Yo, yo, we're back. We're back with the winner's POV. We back. We back. We back. Let me make sure that option. Oh. Okay, let's see here. Okay, we're gonna get that to right here. Okay, we're gonna go here. Boom. Money. Okay, and then we're gonna make sure that we got some music. All right, we gotta get some music. Gotta get some music. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. 1, 2, and number 3. Guys, it's gonna be a freaking awesome podcast, guys. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm gonna call up Sigma real soon, and then we're gonna get this rolling. Let's get some hype. Let's get some hype, baby. Let's get some hype. All right, hold on. Let me call up the young Sigma. The boy Sigma Shake. All right, we're calling him. We're calling him.
Hello. Hello,
Yo,
hello.
yo, what up?
What up? What up? I gotta share my screen and stuff, or oh.
We have absolutely fixed the computer.
All right.
I did not
Fix the
know-
computer. That's
Dude,
good.
I did not know that we were.
Can I become live? What do you mean? Oh, go ahead.
We did not know that I was optimized for recording back in the day.
Yeah.
So I actually had an auto upload to Drive while my stream was running. So that was murdering our
bandwidth.
Our bandwidth. And I did not even realize that, but it's okay. We're back.
No worries.
We good.
We good. We good.
We good. We so good. All right, are we we're ready to run it, no?
Yeah. Uh-oh. What's that showing up? A lot of things. It's my scenes. Doing all sorts of stuff, trying to stay alive. But yeah. Now if you look at my stream, it's like chaotic as hell right now. But yeah, I'll figure it out. It's just podcast is just recording, so I'm trying to not get distracted by all the things that's on my screen and just focus on the audio. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it would be good. Once we get settled, right, we're gonna have different. What's it called? We're gonna have different scenes. No, not scenes. Like different setups for when we run the podcast. So it should be good.
Yeah. Optimized for audio, though.
Definitely optimized for audio.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Because
definitely.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be showing up stuff on stream, but it just makes sense to just talk about it instead.
Yeah, definitely. That makes so much sense. Okay, let's get some people in here. Guys, are we ready? We ready to cover some AI news? cover some AI news. Let me add my Discord.
Yeah, I have 8 people on Twitch, 2 people on YouTube.
Nice.
So it's a yeah, there's they're coming in, they're chiming in. They're waiting. They say it's 12 o'clock, or well, it's not 12. It's not 12 yet. So we have 4 minutes of buffer to chill, relax, wait for people to come in, announce day 2. I guess you could announce in your Discord.
Yeah, I just
possibly.
did. I just did.
All right.
I just did.
Announce. Man, how big is your Discord?
We have 30, 40, 50 people.
52. Nice.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty good.
podcast. Day 2 in 4 minutes. All right. I just announced it manually.
Nice. What was your?
We gotta create a button. What was that?
What was your peak for viewership?
No, I don't. I don't pay attention to peak.
Oh, you don't.
Because for Twitch, it's like, yeah, sure, people come in, they leave, but now is a good time. Everybody's about to take their lunch break right now. Everybody's about to take their lunch break. They need something to listen to and catch up with all the news for today and all the other stuff going on in the world.
I got a chat. New to the stream, could you give me any idea about products that you're building? Yeah, we build a lot of stuff on my stream. Sigma Shake up here, the one that you're seeing, he also builds a lot of stuff on his stream. I mainly focus on games, game dev, party game dev, and AI video editing tools. So that's what we do. But right now, we're doing a little news segment, little news podcast to really cover a lot of the AI news today, and make sure that we're all up to date when things come to AI and stock market. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. I hope you will stay, Deepak.
Right. But after that segment, it's the learning segment.
Yes. Then we're gonna go straight into a learning segment, which is gonna be a lot about breaking down my vibe coding workflow as someone a non-technical. So that's gonna be super awesome. Okay, let's see here. We got that running. Yeah, we should be all clear.
Yeah, I could talk about like what this whole session would be about ideally. If my thing were to load. Give me a moment. So yeah, we'll have the news segment, which I have a lot of news, by the way, that we could just yap about, like a ton of news.
Nice.
And then after that, it's the learning segment. And then after the learning segment, we have potentially, what do you call it?
Another learning segment.
A collab fun segment where we just have fun and vibe for the rest of the night.
Yes, sir. I saw Carter was
podcast. Hey, Nick's in here.
Nick, what's up, Nick?
Nick, we're about to start our podcast. Just to reiterate, if you just joined here, we're doing the AI news segment where we talk about a ton of AI news, right? For the first, 1 to 3 hours. Then after that, we do the learning segment where we learn how to, go from 0 to 1 and improve our vibe coding. And then after that, after we learn, it's all just fun. So we'll bring in whoever is interested. That's a live streamer and vibe codes, and we just chill and token save for the next couple hours and enjoy each other's company. So
yes.
I think that's what we're headed towards right now. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy when we start.
Yeah, and he said we're going from 0 to 1. Guys, we're gonna go from 1 to 2. I'm not at 0, so.
Yeah. Yes. 1 to 2. 1 to 2.
1 to 2.
But we answer your questions. Well, for people that come from 0 to 1.
Yes, for sure. Okay, we're at 12. Should we kick it off?
Yeah. You should do the intros.
All right, guys, welcome to the second ever America and the world's #1 AI podcast, where we discuss everything from AI news to just having fun, learning how to vibe code, building great products, managing, all your work. We're going to talk everything from beginner to expert level. And that's why we have the beginner in Sigma Shake and the expert in me. So that's kind of what we do. No, I'm just kidding. Sigma Shake is world's #1. Yes, Deepak, we are world's #1. The best and the brightest are here. So I'm gonna pass it over to my co-host Sigma Shake to kind of to get us running on what's on the news.
So we could start with a quick intro of who Sigma Shake is. They call me Sigma, and pretty much I have like several years of experience in the software engineering and security space, particularly in the big tech. So I won't dox what companies I work for, but you can just look at Silicon Valley and see all the companies there, and that's where I've been for several years. So that's a quick run about me. What about yourself, Josh?
Yeah, so my background comes from finance. Back in the day, I worked in the private markets, so not public investments like, your average NVIDIA. We worked more in the off-public markets, so smaller companies doing acquisitions of other companies, venture capital. And then I moved to esports, where I did a lot of marketing there for Cloud9 Esports, and then we moved to to a bank in Hawaii, and we did product management there. So recently I've been working on my agency, and we've been doing SEO, web development, running ads. But now we're moving a little bit more into the vibe coding realm, and on YouTube. So we're glad to have you all. And yeah,
Thank you.
Hope that was we're ready.
We're ready. All right. Let me see. I will share my screen so that you could see my stuff at least in real time and not a delay. All right. Let me know when you got it.
Yep.
When you got it. All right. I'm gonna scroll and start. Let's start with. This is what we have today, guys. We got the stock market. We got AI news as part of our news segment. We're really gonna go talk at a high level for the normies of what's going on. How does the market look right now? And as you can see on my screen for the news, you can see that it's not looking good for AI right now, guys. It's not looking good. The stock market is down sharply today due to reignited Middle East hostilities, a spike in oil prices, and high anxiety ahead of the Federal Reserve's interest rate decision as well is causing the down market. Oops, something's loading there. But yeah, it's not looking good for AI. People are you know how stock is, right? They pull in, they pull out. And yeah, if you're not aware of what's been going on when somebody does launch something in the Middle East and something blows up, there was a AWS data center that was blown up in the Middle East and caused an outage for several businesses because they all relied on AWS. And right now it's sort of a war of attrition. The people in Iraq are using drones to blow up stuff, and then you have the U.S. launching missiles that cost 50 times more than a drone.
And if you want a real live view of the drone strikes that are happening, it is on the screen right there. They're sending chickens in, and the chickens are going crazy. That is insane.
So something to make it interesting, But yeah, just that's just the news for the high level. We have a bunch of tech stocks that all sort of organizing of how it's impacting everything. But as you can see, Nvidia is down, like 2 points. Bunch of other Apple still and Google still good, surviving.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like it it has impact, guys. It has impact. War has
Mm-hmm.
impact on tech, and so maybe if you're invested into tech right now, um, your portfolio might be taking a hit, just a tiny bit right now.
Yeah, and just for a
Uh,
minute, like
mhm.
this is nothing, it's nothing to that I think is going to change everything in the long run. I think this might be just a short downturn, but would love to kind of hear your opinion on that.
My opinion, market go up, market go down.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a chance where there's like both of everybody's just doing um, it going down permanently, but um, I also am very curious on how far it'll go down because I think the last time this happened, um, oil prices went up, everything went up, inflation happened even
Mm-hmm.
worse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I don't see it going down for good
Mm-hmm.
unless we're
Mm-hmm.
like in a world war situation. That's the only time I see the stock market dropping down.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it seems to be, unless it escalates further and China gets involved, um, that's that's something that, you know, I I'm not I'm not a doomer. I think I'm more optimistic that good things will come, things will settle.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, very curious why this sort of happens to begin with, because Trump's saying, he's got it, got his hand around things, he got things settled, but things are happening all the time to cause this conflict.
Okay.
But
Great.
yeah, moving on to the next stuff. Really gotta also, no, never mind. I'll work on some other stuff on the back end. The next piece of news that everyone's sort of talking about is they finally released the anatomy of the
Ooh.
Frontier Lab model intrusion.
Ooh.
Um, it's so I could just read the headline
Mm-hmm.
to go in even deeper here.
Mm-hmm.
But over roughly 2.5 days inside Hugging Face's infrastructure, uh, OpenAI's autonomous AI agent was using, I think GPT 5.6,
Mm-hmm.
probably Red Team,
Mm-hmm.
the red version of the model. Uh, Started doing like over 17,000, you know, attacks against their infrastructure
Oh my
at
gosh.
machine speed across, being able to escape out of their sandbox and creating command and control to, you know, attack their infrastructure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty much TLDR, the model just wanted to get the answers to um, their their model called Exploit Gym, which is a benchmark that's tasked with AI agents to finding and exploiting software vulnerabilities.
Mm-hmm.
And it wanted to cheat, so it did whatever it took to, you know, get the answers, including hacking the whole infrastructure and environment and exploiting 0 days to make that happen. So I wouldn't say this is the first of its kind, but they were just like, I'm surprised that the researchers of the Frontier Labs didn't notice this. They just like, clicked enter slash goal, exploit or get out of sandbox
Mm-hmm.
type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed to autonomously work out of its environment. But the final article was just released yesterday. So I wanted to just like slightly go over that. I want to get like your take of like from a you're technical, but
Yeah,
when you
Normie.
read this headline, like
Mm-hmm.
what did you think?
Yeah, I mean dude, that's crazy, right? That it wasn't probably given too much instruction on how to take things over, but the fact that it was able to, in just like 4.5 days to do what I'm sure a lot of humans are trying to do, um, is pretty incredible.
Hmm.
I think it means a lot about security, from both the outside and the inside. You know, being able to, have guardrails for when people work internally, but also to protect yourself from outside threats. I think, this really exemplifies how important both of those things are. So that's pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
like I think, one of the first things when I was going through AI psychosis, and because I was in the security space and I needed to figure out how to defend against this, because I knew there was going to be a situation where I was going to be against a frontier lab or a threat actor with this technology to attack at this rate. And well, what the answers that I got from the AI, at least, was that the only way to go against AI is a combination of things. So you could either form your own team, a task force of AI agents as well, to go against the red teamers, or we have this concept in security called defense in depth, where you not only just have one form of protection against your infrastructure, your crown jewels, but you create several layers to protect yourself. An example is like a castle. You have several walls. You have a bridge so that you could bring up so people don't cross. You have a moat surrounding your castle, type of thing. That's the like the high level. There's also like if you take your home, right, as an example, you have doors, you have guard dogs, you have security guards, you have cameras, you have guns in the home, right? You have an alarm to notify you. You have the police on call, etc. All defense in depth to deter from being targeted and attacked, and that's like at a high level of how we explain like how to go against this. In this case, though, in this scenario, they were able to find like several vulnerabilities, and chained them together in order to get practically their true objective, which is to get the answers uh, to the test that Hugging Face provided.
Interesting. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it really just shows that, if you are getting into the space and you want to find like a lane to walk down, being in security is a great place to be. You know, people will. It's never going to stop evolving on the offensive and the defensive side. So it's a great place to be, especially if you enjoy that kind of stuff. Me, not so much, but if you enjoy, that kind of atmosphere, it's definitely going to be a great place to be.
Yep. And yeah, that's the high level. I'm not going to explain it all because it's just going to go over
Yeah.
everyone's head. So I'm gonna move on to the next part of the timeline. There's several. I go to several websites and sort of curate like what the headlines of interest are that may or may not be important because like when you read the headline news, they're good news, they're bad news. They just don't really translate well to our day to day. And I was just like looking at some things, and what caught our attention um, was let's start with the with one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I guess yesterday, in regards to security, at least pivoting off
Mm-hmm.
the security
Mm-hmm.
for that topic, OpenAI released Codex Security, which is they open source their SDK and CLI tool to scan your code base for vulnerabilities,
Mm-hmm.
just like of what just happened with the Hugging Face. And so they put it into a tool to at least scan your code base of what could possibly happen,
Mm-hmm.
um, and would potentially work really well with Codex 5.6 Sol to work in your code base. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't tried it myself, but I assume it's like one of those things where we already have in the security space, we have tons of tools to scan for security. There's static code analysis, dynamic code analysis,
Mm.
vulnerability scanning, dependency scanning, um, pen tests, etc. This probably does a lot of those
Mm-hmm.
all together potentially, because it's probably hooked up to several sources of how it could get that data. And yeah, you don't like. Well, I could probably give that a try as well if it supports my version of my license. But yeah, you can check it out there. I guess pivoting off of the same topic of OpenAI. They released, they're trying to accelerate scientific discovery for GPT for academic researchers. They're putting together some tools in the hands of 100,000 scientists, mathematicians, and engineers at no cost. So if you're one of those people that qualify, probably for the people that have PhDs, they would pretty much get free access to GPT, which is nice. I'm not one of those people, but it's just there. If anybody knows a fellow PhD student, they could just
Yeah.
or person they could reach out to them and say, hey, you know, you could get free access to ChatGPT. Go apply now, type of thing.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna tell my brother that. Wait, what's because yeah, he's getting his PhD.
Ah,
Um,
yes,
what is
that's good. That's
can
good.
we get a link to that? Can we get a link to that?
Um,
I'll put it in
I just
chat.
I just searched ChatGPT 100K, but
Okay.
I will search a link. So people in chat will need to help out with that. All right.
Yes, definitely, because we have all
Yeah, I totally
PhDs in here.
forgot. Totally forgot. So yeah, apply. I think it's like the sooner you apply, the better. So yeah, that's something there.
Oh wow, that's very cool. Very, very interesting.
Um,
I love that. I'll put this in chat for
mm,
everybody.
sounds good. Sounds good. I don't have the link to it, but yeah, we could
I
do it
can.
later. Everybody's smart enough to look it up.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Next on the news, thank you for the folks that have been submitting me news. Um, I think it's one person. Let me look him up. Um, J35-404. Thank you, for relaying me all the news for the past day on what to look up. So the next piece is there's this company called Fish Audio. They have raised
Ooh,
$52 million seed
love
round
fish audio.
on announcing the public launch of a cloning a voice from 5 seconds of audio, very similar to 11 Labs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, we're starting to have more competitors, especially, you know how China is, guys. You know how China is. It's just about they're interested in all this stuff too. So, and a voice audio has been very, very valuable for everything. Yeah, China is taking over the car market by force too, as well. But yeah, I haven't read it. I haven't posted that for today's segment, but that's interesting one too,
Oh, I
to mention.
got a thumbs down in my chat for fish audio.
Oh no,
I don't know
Shadi.
why we
Okay.
don't like fish audio. I personally used fish audio for a long time. Their API
Hmm.
costs, honestly, I might kind of echo that thumbs down for fish audio. Their models are good, and it was really good for long segments of audio, but I noticed that their APIs weren't very efficient, and where they were promising minutes of audio, it seemed like it was
Hmm.
overcharging me for what I was actually using. So I
Oh
did
no.
switch. Yeah, I had to switch
Nice,
to
nice. Okay.
Gemini TTS, which is one of
Okay.
the best that we had. Um,
I believe
or it's the
it.
best that I've seen. So, Fish Audio, the functionality was good. It's 100% cheaper than 11 Labs, that's for sure.
Hmm.
But the usability seemed a little cloudy. I think maybe I don't know exactly what's happening behind the scenes, but it seems like their API was a little inefficient, and there's a lot of errors with how it was being used. But maybe they improved. They just got a lot of money. Um,
Hmm.
I mean, 52 million is nothing to scoff at. That's definitely going to upgrade their infrastructure. So I'm pretty interested. Maybe I'll give it a try again. Hard hit hacker. I would definitely love to know what your thoughts are, because you do seem to have an opinion about fish audio. So definitely let me know what you
No, no.
think.
This was just on the news. I'm thinking that it's good to have competition,
Yes, very good
especially
to have
for 11
competition.
Labs.
Hmm.
I don't like that 11 Labs was like it's so far it's the frontier for the voice for a while now.
Hmm. Hmm.
And it's just one of those things where everybody's just jumping into it, understanding how valuable it is to talk to your AI
Hmm.
and to automate, your recordings for content creation or your audio.
Yeah.
And so that's making it
Mhm.
cheaper is good.
I had a question. So when we talk about like audio generation and competition, what do you think what types of local models are gonna take over first, right? Like text generation, coding, image gen, voice, TTS. Like what do you think local models will start competing in first in terms of just like, because it takes a lot of compute to do these things, but which one do you think we're gonna get into first?
Um, I think ideally everything we already are in the trend of fitting on phones, right? So
Mm.
ideally, like that's the ideal space, right? You
Mm-hmm.
just talk to your phone, it does stuff,
Yeah,
connects
yeah.
to your computer,
Mm-hmm.
does all the things.
Mm-hmm.
And we're practically already there. The technology is there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little buggy here and
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I already have this sort of speech to speech working. It's a little buggy, a little
Mm-hmm.
slow because I'm relying on um, NVIDIA's infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like I'm a bootstrapper, especially as a vibe coder. I'd rather
Mm-hmm.
spend no money on
Mm-hmm.
anything right now, if unless there's like working concept. Right now, I use the speech to speech and speech stuff for entertaining the stream,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't really, you know, use it to or pay for it right now. And but it says they're giving it away for 1 year free if they don't cut your cost by 50%, apparently. So
Yeah,
yeah, there's that idea too.
yeah. I mean, so in
Um,
terms of like weight, like or need for processing power, do you have any like insight onto which type of use case you think we're going to see first, or is that
we're
pretty
already
up in the
seeing
air?
like you're the expert in this, but you know, besides generating a bunch of AI videos
Mm-hmm.
with clone voices,
Mm-hmm.
being able to talk to your website and the website being able to navigate itself based on that natural language
Mm.
is a site the future that I see, or it's all automated. Similar to I'm not sure if you remember like a decade ago with Alexa, we just
Yeah.
say, "Hey Alexa, I order me add some bananas to my cart,
Mm-hmm.
and then order it now," type of thing.
Okay. Okay. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, because I see, right, with local models, things that are working, basic text, uh, you know, basic, chatbot functionalities. I know that there's some pretty good um, uh, voice generation models or text to speech models. And those are kind of been running locally for a while, right? Because, if you think about
Hmm.
Siri or,
Hmm.
or Google, right? These all had TTS models already working very well. And I know that I saw in one of the latest Mac updates that they added image gen capabilities. So I think, as these companies, right, they make better and better stuff for their APIs. I think that these local models will slowly start catching up pretty soon. So I'm very excited for that.
Yep, yep. So that's good for that topic. Next is uh, the there's this other code base repository provider similar to GitHub
Mm-hmm.
called Codeberg. And
Ooh.
Codeberg has been gaining popularity because ever since the GitHub receiving a lot of scrutiny for all the downtime that they're getting with their
Mm-hmm.
CI/CD GitHub Actions, a lot of organizations like Zig and several other people have moved from GitHub to Codeberg,
Mm-hmm.
and it's cheaper, things work. But now they've just had a vote recently that's all that they are banning all AI projects being hosted on their site now. I'm not sure how they're gonna figure that out. Maybe there's some watermarks in the generated code that they are going off of.
Oh,
But
interesting.
yeah, it's kind of sad, right? Like you use um, this service
Mm-hmm.
to post your code, and then all of a sudden they are just banning it.
Oh my
I
gosh.
understand just like banning like contributions to the code base, but like straight out banning projects, I don't think
Mm.
that's a good look. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a little step back in the wrong direction. I mean, I get, you know, not liking AI content, but oh my goodness, this does not seem like it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, like I would think people would, all the people that enjoy the open source and enjoy the vibe coding would want to use Codeberg, um, just because, it's another, like it doesn't make GitHub the monopoly of storing your code, right? You have to diversify where it's stored and back it up, because that's one of parts of like disaster recovery and security space and compliance space, is you need to be able to recover if your code base is blown away.
Mm-hmm.
And using Codeberg as a place to back up your source code was one of those places, as well as GitLab.
Mm-hmm.
But people will just, I guess, go to GitLab then, because I don't see GitLab doing this type of announcement either. But I understand that like the reason why GitHub has been going down so frequently
Mm-hmm.
is because the amount of GitHub repositories that are being created
Mm-hmm.
is at an unnatural level.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
I I didn't have the chart for it, but like you could see like when OpenClaw started being a thing, there's like a whole trend and uptick of projects created. And with every project, if people are utilizing their free version of GitHub Actions, that's taking up some local compute
Mm.
on Microsoft's, and because Microsoft owns
Yep.
um,
GitHub. Yeah.
uh, GitHub now. So yeah, it's the yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem that's happening right now, and I think Codeberg wants to prevent that from happening to their infrastructure as well.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm not sure if this is what, you know, if this is the way that they're able to see it, but I know that when you do commit things to GitHub and you use something like Claude, it does have some sort of signature, like a collaboration into, what model was being used when, um, the commits were pushed. So I wonder if they use some sort of technology like that.
Yep, yep.
Okay, okay.
Um,
Honestly, can we
all good.
say, yeah, Codeberg? I don't know, guys. We definitely have to not isolate AI into its own thing because it's the future. It's absolutely the future.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a new version of Git, to be honest, a new technology that's better than Git, that's
Mm.
just meant for AI native hosted projects,
Ooh.
that won't encounter. Like, because I could imagine a whole rewrite of the technology, a whole new version of GitHub in general that could potentially be created. Because I'm tired of Git as well. I think there's so many new things that can be created. I think Theo also made a video that he was also tired of using Git too, of managing their code base.
Okay,
Um,
that's interesting. What do you mean? What would the differences be in like agentic first, repository service? What would be the difference for a
um,
normie? Because I feel like GitHub for me, I mean, it's made sense. Um, yeah. What do you think about
uh,
that?
I think um, I I lost what made the Git experience really. I think the merge conflicts is what I'm annoyed of the most.
Mm.
And the only one of the main recommendations is like that they have is using Git work trees. And Git work trees, what it is it clones the whole entire repository and then makes it into a different branch to contribute to the main branch that you're working on, was also annoying. So I really don't like that, and because it increases the amount of disk space, of, especially working in a mono repo.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You clone all the projects, you double the size of disk space used for your whole project. And I personally have over 100 projects in my mono repo.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you clone all those repos for a Git work tree, it's going to take up all disk space. And yeah, that's not good for agentic development at all either. So there's that portion. Those are like the two main portions I don't like, and then the fact that git force push is super dangerous. Like if your model accidentally like reverts back, a few commits and does a git
Mm-hmm.
push force because it wants to
Mm-hmm.
fix something, it blows
Mm.
away all the progress that you ever made in terms of
Oof.
the generated code,
I
which
see.
is also bad.
I see. I see.
So there's those scenarios that are super dangerous for Git. Um, I also think that, it wasn't created in a world of AI, agentic AI.
Mm-hmm.
So ideally, like the attribution as well
Mm-hmm.
is like when this AI agent edits this file, can we know that it was edited by this particular agent session?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're using, all these different harnesses. Is there a way to trace back like when that file was edited and who and why and answer the 5 Ws of why that occurred and trace that from happening? But yeah, there's all sorts of hacky new things that are possible
Mm-hmm.
potentially with a new version of Git. Um, but yeah, that's too nerdy. That's way too nerdy. Um, but yeah,
No,
it's
yeah,
just
it's
one of those
interesting.
things.
It's interesting. It's like, yeah, we're having to understand, and we only can do it with data, how AIs interact with how they normally work is going to be very important to understanding, you know, how we build products in the future when it comes to things like storage, right? These are optimized for humans. We got to figure out how to optimize it for AIs and humans at the same time. So very
Yep, yep.
cool, very cool. Let's move on to the
Um,
next.
Next, something more normie. Uh, DoorDash is cleared for takeoff, launches DoorDash Air,
What?
in-house drone delivery program.
Oh, I don't know how I feel
So,
about that.
yeah, DoorDash has earned the Federal Aviation Administration part of
Oof.
135 air carrier certifications. I think AWS, or not AWS, Amazon has also worked on this as well, but they don't work on delivering food. They work on delivering packages.
Mm-hmm.
This is delivering food to your door using a drone.
What?
Drone. Yep. Yep.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
living in Futurama now.
I don't know if I
It's
like
gonna be
that.
loud.
Wait, where? So they just like got the certification. It's not like they're launching anything anytime soon, right?
Hmm. They're cleared for takeoff.
Oh my goodness, what does that mean? I
It
mean,
means that.
maybe, yeah, I mean, maybe things get. Oh my goodness, maybe delivery gets cheaper, but I don't know, man. Drones are so loud.
Yeah,
Um,
they are.
it's like I don't like the noise pollution that's gonna happen, um,
Hmm.
and so I'm a bit concerned about this. I'm quite concerned.
I get a little PTSD when I hear a drone,
Mm-hmm.
personally,
Mm-hmm.
because of the what's going on with Russia and Ukraine.
Mm.
But it's just one of those things where like if you hear a drone and flies by, you're just like, I just feel this shock to my body because they're so fast. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
sure, they could, if you have long hair, it could tangle your hair when it crashes into you. But it's yeah, I don't look forward to it as well. But the DoorDash has gotten a bunch of scrutiny of people like stealing their food
Oh,
and
that has happened to
touching
me
their
before.
food. And oh, it has.
Yeah.
You want to talk
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah, dude, one time, oh my gosh, this is the craziest thing. It's like I ordered food, um, and then I waited. It was taking like really long. He drove up to my apartment, turned
Hmm.
around. He uploaded this fake photo of the food being delivered, and he went off and he ate it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then
What the heck?
apparently this is like a known exploit. People will make DoorDash accounts, do it for 3 meals or take one or
Hmm.
two big meals, game the
Hmm.
system to making a contractor account, get 2 free dinners and yeah, be banned for the rest of their lives. So that is a known exploit apparently.
Damn. Damn.
Crazy.
Well, I'm sorry you had to deal with that. I'm
Yeah,
even more
yeah.
paranoid of people even touching the food at that point, right? So I guess this is one of the things that automate the human out, um, as
Oh,
well.
true,
Like you don't have
true.
to pay payroll to a human anymore. You just get a drone, right? Drones that
Interesting,
could stale.
interesting. Yeah, I don't like it, but it's gonna happen. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Now so there's that. Want to have that there. Let's see. There's this other technology. It's old news, but some people wanted me to bring it up, which is Block, previously known as Square, creates Buzz. It's a multi-agent orchestration
Mm-hmm.
way to collaborate with agents over like a chat.
Mm.
Um, and so like if you and me want to work on a project together,
Mm-hmm.
you would use this type of tool and it would assign a bunch of agents to work together in parallel and we could still like chat to add features in natural language. Um, it's a quite
Oh, that
it's
is
quite a little technical to
interesting.
set up, but it
What?
was just one of the problems that they were solving was how do you
Collaboration.
collaborate with another
Huh.
person in
Dude, we should
the
try this
same
out. We
project.
should try this tool out. This is very interesting.
Yeah, in a
No?
way, yeah. Yeah, give or take, I'm very skeptical of stuff, but yeah, it is trying to solve the problem that we're encountering, which is like how do we like every time you vibe code a project, it's like literally on your own
Mm-hmm.
computer, right? This one's in a shared space where people could all just contribute, but like the fact that how does it handle natural language to do work? I'm curious about how it does that. Um, it has like a tool tracking and all in one place. Like yeah, it makes sense. I feel like we're heading towards a good direction with this.
Mm-hmm.
But without infinite tokens, I'm not really interested in it yet. Maybe with like for people with that can't burn all their tokens fast enough before reset on their Codex account, they could potentially try this to work with somebody else. I like to get anybody else's take on this. Like I saw a video on it. They were also skeptical. Dread
Mm-hmm.
Jordan, YouTuber that I watch all the time, that inspired me for this whole like Excalibur experience.
Mm-hmm.
He used it as well, and he just had a tough time, and I didn't see anything impressive with through the demo that he was showing either.
Okay. I mean, I definitely think that this is, I mean, I've seen a lot of AI products, and I really like I think since you're so technical and you understand like how it may or may not work, um, right? It's definitely going to be, this is going to be a massive hurdle to jump. But I'm even thinking about in the future, right? Like how people collab, how discussions are made, and how
Hmm.
that, products are actually developed. You know, the developers themselves are working extremely hard, but if there's a way to harness like discussions,
Hmm.
and turning those into real prompts, right? Like let's just say me and you, right? We're coding on a project, but we have to discuss features.
Hmm.
A way that it can turn natural conversations into prompts, which turn into, then you kind of hand it off to the agent to code. I think this is a really interesting idea. Like
Hmm.
I'm definitely gonna do more research into this, because I
Hmm.
can see how real-time collaboration can turn into prompts, um,
Hmm.
and pushing things forward, from different
Yeah, yeah.
perspectives.
I think you have a team, right? You have a team.
Mm-hmm.
They could potentially work on the same project together if they're using something like this as well. And you could, potentially we'll do some more research on what how to better utilize. But it's like, yeah, that's one of the things that we're always encountering is everybody would make their own siloed single project on their own code base, and it makes it very difficult for somebody else to contribute and learn the whole thing again,
Okay.
like most
Very
projects.
cool. Very, very, very cool. Honestly, this is my favorite AI product that I've seen, and maybe it's because I'm such a big team collaboration guy. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that I love the way that this is going, and I definitely want to try it. Um, yeah, no, I think this is
Yeah,
super cool. Yo, DK, what's
sounds good.
up? V
Next
Talk
is just a
ready.
little quick
What's
side
up? What's
update.
up?
MCP just got the biggest update since launch. There hasn't been an update since for a while now for MCP, the
Mhm.
protocol, to
Mhm.
interact with other tools and like services and APIs.
Mhm.
And a quick TLDR is if you create your own custom MCP service to interact with an API, just update it.
Okay.
It's
Well,
makes it
that's good.
scale better.
It's good to know.
TLDR, but there nothing really you won't really notice it as a user using an MCP. It's
Mhm.
only the people that are hosting MCP servers
I see. I
um,
see. Okay, so
to
that's
interact
definitely
with their
not
APIs
us.
and stuff.
That's not us. That's
Yeah,
not us, guys.
not uh, not
On the
us. But if you're making a lot of internal services like me, it's definitely it makes an impact because like when you make AI native services, they'll create an MCP server
Mhm.
to interact with that API, or just switch to just using CLI tools instead. That saves a lot on
Um,
tokens as well.
I have a question. You know, so from a non-technical background, I hear the words MCP, CLI, API. Those three seem to get entangled with each other a lot. Um,
Hmm.
do you mind giving us like a bird's
Yeah,
eye
yeah,
view of like the differences between those? Like I understand, that's how you interact, but it seems like you interact with them, tools in different ways. So those three, I think, are the big ones that we always
yeah.
hear.
I guess we well, there's the when you create like a SaaS service
Okay.
and you want people to automate certain portions and functionalities
Mm-hmm.
without having to click on them.
Mm-hmm.
The company normally exposes an API
Mm-hmm.
to, create a post or order something or
Mm-hmm.
submit something. Um,
Okay.
and that's usually done by API. It will require an API key
Mm-hmm.
per your account,
Mm-hmm.
and that key will be used by a client. And the client could be your a script, a piece of customized software to interact with that API using that API key to authenticate to that that service or website.
Okay. Okay.
All right, that's the
So
API portion.
so let me just repeat it. We can
Hmm.
go one by one, and I'll repeat to you what I hear. So
Hmm.
um, the API is, you know, it's the way that someone can um, access like the internal brain of something through an API key. Um, that, right? If we wanted to use it from the outside, that's like the way that we access it.
An example is for Twitch. Um, if I wanted to access their their particular Twitch chat,
Mm-hmm.
I could generate a key. It's API key could be like yeah, it's usually a key or secret.
Yeah.
One of
Yeah.
those things, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of just getting to the same type of wordings of things. But like Twitch chat messages could be accessed
Mm-hmm.
once you authenticate to the Twitch API.
Okay.
Uh, right.
Okay.
It's just
Okay.
like a simple 4 steps here. Um, and that takes care of like the API portion.
Got it.
Um, and then like the CLI, the command line interface,
Mm-hmm.
is just a local tool. It's locally installed
Yes, that's how
on your computer, right?
how local apps interact with um, your other apps through the command line. Is that right?
Computer, yep. And you use a terminal, and then within that terminal, you could have a CLI um, tool that also requires an API key. So you'll have the CLI tool require um, API key to interact with the Twitch API.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So there's that, and the CLI tool could just interface with whatever functionality it has, depending on the tool, because there's all sorts of CLI tools to do anything. But that's one of the options.
So like
And then there's the
CLIs are the way that your apps on your computer communicate with each other, and then an
mhm.
API is how your computer communicates with an external company, right? Is that right?
Yep, yep.
Okay. Interesting. 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 Very interesting.
Um, and then Cloud Code, usually in order to use tools to interface with, like let's say the Twitch API for this
Mm-hmm.
example, it would need to connect to an MCP server to understand the tools that are available, so that it could interact with the Twitch API.
MCP servers. So MCP servers are hosted outside of your local computer.
It could be both hosted by somebody else, or you could create your own version to interact as well,
Okay,
to
so what's
interact
the
with that
difference
API.
between the MCP and the CLI then?
Um, so the MCP server will actually list all the commands available to interact with that API once you connect to it. And the CLI tool will just, you have to input arguments, command arguments. uh, Command arguments to do particular functionality to interact with that API.
Okay.
So usually like there's like several flags or additional. So if the command line, the Twitch CLI, uh, let's say this is like the Twitch CLI, you need to add other parameters like list,
Mm-hmm.
list to get, this gets all the, I don't know, gets all the messages or gets all users,
Mm-hmm.
right? But for an MCP server, it actually lists all the possible interactions with the Twitch API. So list users, get messages, get specific user messages,
Okay.
etc.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
All at
Okay.
the same time,
Got it.
so that your AI model will be like, oh, so thanks. Now that I'm connected to this MCP server, I could. These are the commands available to interact with that API
Okay.
to do things.
Okay. Very interesting. So I got a question in the chat here. Is there any product which scans all the code, gives all vulnerabilities, exploitations,
Y-
also
Yeah,
vibe
just went over
coding
that.
the code in a secure way,
Yeah,
not assumptions but real practices from industries?
yeah. I already went over that with the previous segment, so
Mm-hmm.
um, they could always look back in the podcast of
Yep.
when that happened,
And that was
because
like the
we talked about
yep.
we
Okay.
talked a lot about that. But the
Mm-hmm.
TLDR Codex Security just launched,
Mm-hmm.
and it does exactly that, uh, from what the user just mentioned.
Got it. Got it.
Um, I guess the next bit of news, um, this wasn't on Kimi's website.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Kimi 3 could also be, they quantized it to make it smaller
Mm-hmm.
and run at half the size. We're just at this point in time where technologies are being created to have the same model but make it smaller and run potentially on consumer hardware.
Okay.
So there's that. I'm not sure like if this could be translated, but this is the same type of news as Gemma, but just applying to other models as well.
Okay.
Seems like uh, China labs are discovering the techniques now.
Got it. Got it. So interesting. Yeah, local models I'm not too sold on yet. I've tried some stuff. The setup is
Hmm.
absolutely horrendous. Uh, but I am interested to see what, especially companies like Apple, what their integrations are going to be, because right, they've been a little silent, on their end. I know they released some stuff, but I'm really curious to see how the AI um, built on iOS is going to go. I think there's going to be something pretty interesting that they come out with.
Yeah, yeah. Like this is just one lab, and
Yeah, it's
if
just
they
one lab.
discovered what Google discovered, then it's gonna be rolling out to everybody else, guys. It's gonna be rolled out to everybody else.
Yes, that's going to be
Uh,
awesome. It's going to be awesome. We'll grab some coffee.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much the news.
Okay.
We just made it to 50 minutes, man. That's good so far
Nice. It's a
for the
tight
timeline.
segment. A tight
Yeah, that was
segment.
tight. That was tight. We were so we could take a break now
No
for a good
breaks.
10 minutes if you want. No break, no break. All right, you doing it?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Um,
I'm ready.
you're ready. You're ready. So next segment, I want you to either take over or because
Yeah, you've been
we
talking.
could either do. Yeah, I've been talking. I did a lot of research today. Holy
Yeah,
moly,
holy
guys!
moly.
And I've everybody's been like rolling out
Mm-hmm.
some information to me, guys. They've been
Mm-hmm.
rolling out tons of information to me.
Yep, yep,
So,
yep, yep, yep. I mean, we can go. If you want, we can do the SEO or the digital marketing segment, or we can run the fixing my vibe coding segment. If you want to take a break from
we'll
speaking,
do.
or
Yeah, yeah.
what?
We'll do the. You would share your screen. You can share
Okay.
your screen. We could go over the your stuff now. Um,
Okay.
all right.
All
Okay.
right.
Okie dokie.
Let me add my chat. Not my chat.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh, actually, I'm not going to share it just yet. I got to pull it up, but let me message my Discord that I'm giving
Mm-hmm.
my lecture,
Mm-hmm.
giving
Yeah, no problem.
my presentation on Gamer Roll. Welcome, welcome. You came just in time. We're going to do I'm going to be giving a presentation for Sigma on the basics of digital marketing. And if we have time, we're going to get into SEO. But if not, we're going to dig in a little later, or maybe next time, on
Mm-hmm.
digital marketing. Oh, you excited? You excited? Okay.
Giving away. Nice, nice.
Let me start it up. Drive. You were on Tommy's stream. He reviewed your website. Oh, nice. What did he say? What did he say? Deepak Reddy says, "Hey, what's up?" Okay. We're gonna go. He liked it. Nice, man. Great. That is awesome.
Okay.
That is
Fluxer.
awesome. Oh, where was that? We're gonna go here. We're gonna share. Should I share like my full screen or?
Whatever makes it easier to say in real time. So I shared my full screen when I did it.
Okay. If you ever have time, I'll like to review it as well. Yeah, absolutely, Gamer. I'm definitely gonna. We might do a segment later. So.
They wanted to check me out on the EV. Chinese companies are taking over the EV market. Yeah, it's I wouldn't say I'm not surprised. I think it's already taken over the EU market but we're in the US. Both of Josh and I are in the US, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's other people that are already realized that the whole China market has been taken over, or the EV market for cars has been taken over.
Yes. Yes. Okay. I'm just gonna give it like this. I'll just have
Okay.
all of it like this. This is the
Mhm.
way that I like to give presentations anyway. So we're gonna go like this. I'm gonna stand up. Gotta stand up for this. Okay. Oh.
Mhm.
All right, guys. Guys, welcome. Welcome to the seminar for the basics of digital marketing. For this segment, we're going to go over everything that you need to know about digital marketing, whether it's major, you know a lot, or you know a little. This is all going to be helpful for you. So, all right, guys. So what is digital marketing? You may ask. That is the question that I receive the most. Is what actually is digital marketing? So it's the strategy you employ to get found online. And there's many different methods. So I'm going to go into a couple of them right now. So there's three main digital marketing methods, right? So the first one is organic content.
Do you wanna maximize that or for the screen?
Yeah, I can. Is it
Show
hard to read?
slideshow. Yeah, just click show slideshow button on the top right. There it is.
Yeah, I could do that, but it. Here, let me. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that, and then
Okay.
I'll change my OBS though, because my OBS will
Okay.
not be able to see me.
Oh, okay, got it.
That's fine. I'll just do that real quick. Screen capture.
Boom, boom.
Screen capture. Actually, you know what? I can't really go
Can't? No
full
worries.
screen.
No worries.
No
No worries.
Right now, let's go back. Okay. Anyway, so like the three ways that you can get found online are organic content, paid advertising, and review sites. So the three ways, right, is things that you produce yourself, and you post for free on these marketing platforms. So things like your website, organic posts on your Instagram or social feeds, YouTube, right? Everything that you see that is posted for free. This is what we call organic content in the industry. Then there's things called paid advertising. So this is everything from Google ads to social media ads to influencer, affiliate marketing, right? So this is not everything that you post yourself, but things that you pay these different social platforms to push the content for you, and you pay for that. And the last one will be kind of third-party organic content, so things like review sites, things like think Google Maps, think Yelp, think TripAdvisor, right? These are the three main ways that people are getting found online, right? So now we're gonna recap it. Organic content, so free content that you post on the internet. Paid advertising, so ads on Instagram, on Google, and anything on social media. And then third is review sites, so like aggregators. You're able to post content on them, and they'll help you push that to bigger audiences. Okay, and then the next question that I always get is, how much does marketing cost? And guys, this is a big one because people want to penny pinch, and they don't understand that marketing does cost money, even though the biggest people are doing a lot of it for free. Okay, so what's the answer? It's both. It's free and paid, right? So you can do the free organic content, which is, you can create your website. I mean, it's kind of free, right? Posting more, and social media. So those are the two free, and these are the organic ones. The next is paid, right? This is where you pay other platforms or influencers to push your products, and you get charged based on that. Okay. So now, what's the big deal? Why should we even care about marketing? If you have a good product, won't people find you anyway? And that's just not true, right? So why marketing is so important is that 76% of consumers are starting with an online research before they buy any product. So basically, if we think about how you buy products yourselves, right? It's never, oh, I see it and I buy it. Or that's like a very small portion, I would say, maybe even like 13% of times you'll do that. But every other time you'll look at Yelp, right? You'll watch YouTube reviews. You'll do something else before you actually, visit or buy something in person.
Could I chime in? I
Yeah.
want to say, like, my experience is I did create Sigma Shake as a CLI tool, and I did launch it on Product Hunt and Hacker News and Reddit, and I got literally zero traffic to my website. And the traffic that I did get were just a bunch of bots spamming their product to advertise to me about their product. So it was just like the opposite experience that I wanted. So I do feel that that's when I had to really take marketing really seriously
Mm-hmm.
because if I create a product in a silo that was good or bad, I literally got zero users. So
Mm.
starting from a person that had nobody that was interested in software or apps,
Mm-hmm.
nobody to actually network or connect to show off
Mm-hmm.
to, I was in deep trouble and needed to work on this. Yeah, so I needed help.
Yeah, yeah. And now we kind of go into like what's right for your business. Um, yeah, so when we talk about what's right for from your business, right? You're mentioning you did all of these different things, and there was no traffic or traction. So I'll show you a bit about um, what each kind of product is able to. These are like what um, really matters, or how you identify what you should do for your product. So and so the difference between organic content and paid content, right? So Sigma was talking a lot about organic content, right, and also leveraging marketplaces to sell products. This is good because it's very cheap. You know, if you are doing organic content and they're following it, you know, they're like looking at your social medias, or they're on your website, or they're on product hunt on your pages. This is why organic is so strong. Right? These are the big pros. And the ROI is almost infinite because it's free. Um, so that's the pros of organic content. The cons are it's very competitive, right? So the reason that he was running into a lot of issues is because he wanted to compete with where he had to compete in organic marketplaces where people could compete for free. Um, so that's one of the major cons with organic content. And I'm sure if you guys all know, I'm sure we've all tried at some point to create organic content, and it just doesn't hit, right? Or it takes a very long time to hit. And then also, right, when you do have organic content, there is this thing called the algorithm risk. So every time, let's say, the discoverability on a platform changes, there is a big risk in your visibility based on the algorithm. The next, right, we're going to talk about who paid advertising is for. Paid advertising is great because there's instant results. It's very trackable. It's scalable once it works, and it's extremely precise. If you're a good marketer, you can turn advertising into instant dollars, and you can target your exact demographics. There's a lot of different methodologies that you can use to target a specific demographic and get instant results, because right, we're paying these search engines and we're paying these providers money to send our marketing material directly to paying customers. So a couple cons for paid advertising: it's very expensive. It requires a lot of expertise because money can just disappear in an instant. And yeah, I mean, the intent, right? You don't have as much brand awareness when you are paying for ads. So you really have to focus on being able to execute whenever you're given the chance to market to these people. So yeah, that's just like the basics of like digital marketing jargon. What the different types of marketing things are, and the cost differences, the difference between free organic content and paid advertising. So
Like, what have you seen that works at once you do one or the other?
mhm.
Um, like when you pay, like what have been the results? Do you get like X amount of more paying users? Because I know feel like it's sort of a weird magic that goes on. Like marketing doesn't automatically get people buying your product,
No, not
but it
at
does
all.
show exposure of some kind. Um,
Yeah, so sorry if I can just like rephrase your question. You're asking when should we be looking at organic content, and when should we be looking at paid content, based on your specific situation? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So organic content takes a long time, right? As we kind of indicated on this slide. Um, it's cheap, but it does take time, right? Because you need to build trust around your brand to really get into ranking for organic content. So that should be started as soon as possible. You should never wait to produce organic content, and then paid content, right? So how I always view it is, right, you need to create organic content before you start running ads, because if you run ads and then people are trying to like be like, oh, I saw this ad, but like I don't know anything about the company, then they're gonna look at your organic content, and if there's nothing there, then they're just gonna pass. They're gonna pass on you. So you need like a bed of demos, of more social media presence, testimonials, things like that before you ever really venture out into paid. A lot of people just go straight into paid content, but you have to be extremely, extremely good at converting right on the dot, or right on the click, because you are, using money per click most of the time.
I see.
Yeah, so I think they work together. They work in tandem. If you can have paid content, that can be then supported by good organic content, you'll have a easier time moving forward. So
Yeah, I couldn't do like the organic that I had to do was definitely more harder than anybody else because I don't have the money to spend on organic marketing or anything like that, or paid. And so the only thing I had to do was just like tags and keywords and identifying what people were searching for based on what I know. And so based on what I know, that was my only like saving grace of actually anybody discovering me through Twitch and through YouTube. And like I've gotten people to it's good that you mentioned like the click through because you'll get that click, guys. You'll have that time in the spotlight, right? But when that click comes and your site's there and they land on your site or they land in in this case my Twitch stream, I need to figure out, a way to retain that viewership, like, and get them coming back.
Yep.
And that takes like a ton of other techniques that I explain in one of my videos as well, if people are interested.
Yeah, definitely take a look at that. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's so important. Being able to convert when you have that traffic. You can't just have traffic because there's going to be tons of organic content that get tons of traffic but never really convert into anything. The traffic is good, but we do need to focus on conversion mechanisms right after. Okay, and there's a lot.
What have you done? What have you done to keep retention?
Yeah, I like to, make sure that I consistently. Are you talking about in my stream or?
No, like when for your stream or for your products.
Yeah. So one thing that we always do is, so for my product, right, since, of course, for my SEO clients, we have, we make sure that, the conversion rate optimization is on point. So whenever someone visits a website, we're going to go into that a little bit on the next presentation. But when people click into my YouTube videos, I like to make sure that there's a good hook, that the questions that people have when they click into our videos are being answered and everything is being met. So that's something. One thing that for like the stream, when we have good packaging and good SEO, we want to make sure that people's expectations are met. When they click into my stream, they see this crazy thumbnail and crazy title that once they click in, they get what they're looking for. So that's a bit on conversion rate optimization. So I have one more. We can go into it. I know we have
Okay.
time.
Yeah. You went through it like really fast. My content was like huge.
Yeah.
But I could talk like all my marketing videos that I have for myself on like how to market your product with
Mm-hmm.
$0. Um, it uh the route that I took, at least the route that I'm doing literally right now,
Mm-hmm.
is building a community.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And because everybody in my community knows I got banned several places, right? So I had to create my own. And I feel like what do you before I like go on a
Yeah, yeah.
tangent of
Mm-hmm.
creating communities, what do you think about communities?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that definitely has to go within like the organic content sort of deal, where you create organic content to bring a lot of people, like-minded people in a group together, that you can really measure their needs. I think one thing that's super important about communities is because they're talking so much, everyone's problems. Everyone can either corroborate or identify similar problems, and that's a good way to meet the needs of your community, and to maybe develop a product that meets those needs.
Yeah, I found it's like when you create a community, it's sort of like a cult, a team of soldiers, like all working together to support each other because
Mm-hmm.
we're all in like the same place, especially when you're starting from zero.
Mm-hmm.
Like starting from zero, nobody supporting you at all, just by yourself, solo.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I figured you could join existing communities,
Mm-hmm.
or you could,
Mm-hmm.
when's the time to create your own.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the time to create your own is when you get banned from everywhere else. But joining existing communities definitely gives you the jump start of like where your customers are and what they're buying, what they're looking at, what they're
Mm-hmm.
making.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that was like, my whole spiel was just vibe coding. So once I went to the vibe coding uh, Reddit and then saw the stuff there, and then
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to see what's up on the Discord, so I joined Discord. Just a lot of just people showing stuff, a lot of spam of different floodgates
Mm-hmm.
of different
Mm-hmm.
things going on there. So you have there's different. So I'm getting used to starting my Discord community, and you just started yours as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, before I talk about Discord, because I didn't really talk about Discord in my video, I want to get like your take of creating your community through
Mm-hmm.
Discord and how your experiences with
Mm-hmm.
Discord so far.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I love it. Like Discord is a great spot. It feels very collaborative. I use Discord for both my community and for my team, our main mode of communication. So it's like Slack, of course, but there's a lot of nice features where the plugins are very good. Things like voice channels are really easy, and yeah, I mean everything is really good. And what I really like about Discord is that there's a pre-existing community, so you're building communities inside of communities, which is what I think is pretty interesting. And people are used to just joining new Discord, so that's very nice.
Yeah. There's just so many you could jump in each one and see what the types of people are in and if they're utilizing voice chat or not, or just sticking in general chat or whatnot. So you get to see what's going on in each one of them. I even like when I was in the Wall Street Bets Discord, they gave me like lots of good tips of what stocks to look at. So there
Mm,
was that type of scenario as
suspicious.
well.
Suspicious.
Um, yeah, because they're always like re rallying a bunch of stocks in
Mm-hmm.
there as well. Um, and they do it every day. People tune in. Hundreds of people tune in
Mm-hmm.
actually for that thing. And
Nice.
it just gets you also the experience
Mm-hmm.
of how to like coordinate, like especially with roles. Like you had that incident earlier. Do you want to talk about that incident when you
Oh,
posted that link to your Discord?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I accidentally sent my company Discord in Twitch chat or YouTube chat, so that was Had a couple people join my company Discord, so that was a bit unfortunate. That's why security is so important. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was thinking security is so boring. But yeah, like for the people that joined my Discord, I was
Mm-hmm.
also like your Discord when you started. And then everybody was like, "Hey, Sigma, you should probably like lock it down and do all this stuff and add these
Mm-hmm.
roles and have Claude manage everything for you." And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, you're right. I'll do that." And yeah, you could have integrations with your Twitch or YouTube, figure out the roles
Nice. Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
based on if they're paid or not. And
Mm-hmm.
it's nice because like I feel like the Discord, although they're like from a security perspective, it's a nightmare
Mm-hmm.
because when you first set up, nothing's set up, um, and there's also that lack of trust when random people join in and
Mm-hmm.
start typing stuff. So locking it down with roles or paid tiers is something that helps as well to know like the true support and then like they don't mess around in there as well. So it was really nice. Like although it used to just be myself and Niso, and then we slowly grew to I don't know how many people are in there now, but people are chiming in to
Nice.
just be a little, little small little community. I think when you're small, I think in my perspective, that'll be the best moment of a Discord's life is when it's small and there's like everybody knows each other. As we're reaching past 50 and people there's more and more people chiming in. I'm starting to feel slightly overwhelmed. I'm starting to not know everybody
Mm,
in there because the link between their username on Twitch
yeah. Yeah.
and YouTube don't correlate to Discord
Mm-hmm.
sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're like, who's that? I don't know that guy, but
Yeah.
okay. They're in my Discord server. You can also have like presentations in your Discord server for speakers. So people, it's like bringing people into like a coliseum or like a convention center or like a room for a
Mm-hmm.
presentation
Mm-hmm.
to have a meeting within the Discord. So I thought that was pretty neat too.
Yeah.
If you're once you're big enough. Once you're big enough, do you want all the people in your Discord? Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? Like I remember I
Yeah, I feel
saw.
like there's dangerous stuff still that could happen in Discord that still needs to be locked down.
Yeah, I remember I saw, I think I was a part of, I don't remember which Discord, but they actually disbanded the Discord, that it was massive, um, and had like a re-invite back because things were just getting way too crazy and there's just too much random people. Um, and without good security, Discords can get absolutely crazy. But I do love Discord. Discord is great. Love Discord. Um, okay, we can go on to what is SEO, but
Hmm.
honestly, I think I think it would be better if we moved on to the next segment. Um, if you don't, if you, unless
Yeah,
you want
yeah.
me to run
Uh,
run this.
Next segment for what? Fixing vibe coding,
Yeah, I
type of
think
deal. All right.
I feel like the presentation is a little dry. I'm not gonna lie.
No, no worries, no worries. I mean, I put a lot of prep on mine. What did you think of the new segment?
Yeah, which one? The news?
The new segment and the stock segment was a little small, but the new segment is a lot. There's a lot that happened in 24 hours, which
Yeah,
is
no,
crazy.
I think it was really cool. I would love if you wanted me, I think we could both do the news segment. I thought that was pretty cool. Um, I'd be
Hmm.
happy to like bring in more like advertising news as well. I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
I think
but yeah,
so. I think
I love the
I need help
segment.
splitting it up.
Yeah, yeah, we could definitely do that.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
All right, sounds good.
no
All right,
problem with
next
that.
next portion. I gotta really mark this on YouTube, but I think it's just gonna be a full on thing. Um, I guess the next portion is just helping you got everyone
Yes.
learn about the vibe coding. Um, I think is it better if I teach you from your perspective, or do I teach from my perspective on how
Uh,
we should probably set up a project and stuff?
yeah, I think we can just start on my server. I think that would be the best way to just like fix my vibe coding setup, just directly on my
Sounds
server.
good.
Um,
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
okay, let's kick it off. Um,
Mm-hmm.
okay, let's see here. Um, okay, actually, let me run to the bathroom. Um,
Yeah, yeah, of course.
I'll
Okay.
jump
No
right
worries.
back in.
Quick break.
Quick
Yep, yep.
break. Quick break.
Tag in, tag out. All right.
Okay.
All right.
I'll be
So
right back.
let's see what our stats is, guys. Let's see our stats, guys. The time to ask questions is now. We had some like out of pocket things going on when people were in my YouTube. I don't know what happened. There were people asking all sorts of stuff in the YouTube. I had to like hide it. I had to hide it, guys. But now's the time to ask questions if you're interested of going over stuff. Otherwise, I have a lot that we're going over fixing his setup. How did it go with Fiverr? I didn't finish. I didn't finish because um, I was like, uh, uh, Josh was like, when he started working for Fiverr and Upwork, he felt like he had a ton of bosses, um, which it's pretty much gonna happen. I mean, would people want to pay me $500 for a consulting fee for just consulting vibe coding and OBS stream setup? I'm not sure. They have Claude and they could probably just vibe code it or something, right? Um, so it was like like what am I gonna offer? Um, and can it be streamed? And how long was the delivery date? I didn't get to finish that. I just thought, yeah, if I need to make money like right now, I probably need to do it right now to pay for my Claude Code subscriptions, guys. We're so close to being able to pay for my Claude Code subscriptions. We're at like maybe $170 for the month today. Um, possibly trying to almost at the 200. But yeah, I might consider it. I might consider it depending on the interest of what, like, I would need people to ask me, hey, what's your rate for doing this? What's your rate for doing that? Then I could formally do it with Fiverr for something. Otherwise, there was just a lot of forms to fill out for delivery, and I was sort of overwhelmed from it, to be honest. But what was your take, operator? You said you made AI do everything for you. Um, did you do anything after that? I was curious, but I might do it, because I need to learn Raplet. Maybe the money that I saved from canceling my $200 subscription of Codex, now downgraded to only $20, and use some of that money to go to Replit and selling websites to people. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out, what I would use Fiverr for to gain actual customers for consulting. Because like people getting consulting advice, maybe you need to send some sort of ID. What do you mean some sort of ID? Um, for for whatnot?
Yeah, for like verification, because Fiverr's really on everyone's butt about humans selling to humans. So they want to make sure that
Ah,
you're identified well. Um,
I see, I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand that. I've already done it for several sites already. Like in order to publish an app in the App Store and Microsoft Store, I had to do know your customer, which wasn't
yeah,
that fun.
yeah, that's definitely. Oh, know your customer.
On
Yeah. Oh my
status
goodness, that's a lot.
says, oh yeah, everybody kept saying that Claude is down
Claude is
for a few
down.
people. For a few people, yeah.
Oh no.
Um, it's red, major outage actually, major outage.
Oh no.
Breaking news, guys.
Does
I
that
mean,
mean Claude
um,
is gone?
that means we might not even be able to do our vibe coding session.
Action
Closet down,
is
resets
in
on the
the
way. W. I
appreciate
only
you.
used 1%, Nick.
Thank you,
Nick, I
Action, for
only
the
used 1%.
performance.
I just showed my usage. I only used 1% because it reset today. It did. You're welcome. I just discovered it. No, Niso. Niso showed it earlier. Niso said that it was lagging and then expect a reset, but I don't think I've only used one. I reset today. I reset today. I didn't really have some. Let me see if I can make it fix like majority of my major workflow, like of my workspace, actually, um, on extra Ultra Code. Yeah, but everybody bringing it up, they can't vibe code.
So does that mean that that my Claude will not work right now?
Wish I had Kimi. Oh, maybe. I'm testing it right now. I'm just say fixing up mission control. It's actually working right now. To me, it's actually maybe because
Okay.
I'm in the
Okay.
area
Okay.
and it's
Okay.
working for the people here, but it seems to be up and running for me.
Okay. Well, that's good. It's probably up and
Yeah,
running for me then as well.
yeah.
Okay. Do we want to? Okay. So, how do you want to attack this? Fixing the vibe coding setup. Do you want me
Okay,
to?
because I work my work of vibe coding is very specific and very like technical. So there like one thing, an objective that you want to
Hmm.
get out of this like, little consultation type thing that we're doing?
Yeah, I think the biggest upgrade for me is going to be getting out of the Claude Code app and into like terminals, understanding how the benefits of working in terminals versus like
Hmm.
working in the actual app. I think it's going to be really interesting.
Oh,
I think it's
that
going to be
you want to
helpful.
learn that portion. Oh,
Oh,
most
what?
people we because this is my thing here. If you're
Hmm.
not comfortable with working with CLIs, terminals at all, I and you don't have the time and dedication to learn
Hmm.
like those how that works, it's better just stay in the desktop application
Mm.
because the setup, the actual setup to get everything working for a terminal, especially for Windows, is just so much harder. Like you have to, there's so much preparation that you have to do. You could tell Claude from the desktop version to teach you how to or to set it up for you.
Okay.
Because you're gonna have to open PowerShell and
Hmm.
command prompts, and then
Hmm.
install stuff by CLI. But
Hmm.
what's your perspective? Like, I don't think that's the right like thing. Even most of my viewers that's been watching on Twitch all this
Hmm.
time, they don't consider using the CLI version at all because it does what they want to do enough on the
Yeah.
desktop version. What are
Yeah.
you not getting? What are you not getting out of the desktop version?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. And honestly, I think I get everything that I need out of the desktop version. Like, I don't
Yeah.
see a need, but I know that all the boys be vibing in the terminals. So I was just wondering if you think that that would be the next best direction, because I
No, no,
am.
no. No.
Okay.
Not for a user like yourself that has not touched CLI at all. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely not recommended. But I can at least, you know, at least review what you're doing now and compare it to, if there's anything else that could be improved um, in terms of advice from there.
Yeah,
Because like
yeah.
how is like I guess we'll start with how did you create your project? Starting from the GitHub repo.
Yeah, I usually build
If
stuff
you,
locally first. Like I'll build, I'll just talk to the chat, get it running locally. Once I feel like it's in a good spot, then I just create a new project in GitHub, and tell Claude to push it, merge it, and deploy.
okay.
Hmm.
So you don't use like mono repos at all. Do you know what a mono repo is?
It's like,
No.
right? Is that like all your projects kind of in one, and then
Yeah.
and then you kind of just pull from that big thing? No, but I know what it is, but I've
Mhm.
never set it up.
Got it. Because like here's the concept that I learned very very quickly. Um, so I used to do what you were doing, where like every time you had a separate project,
Hmm.
you'd create a new repo, GitHub repo, right? And then you'd push it and then you'd publish it and deploy it, right?
Hmm.
But then you have to switch to a new project with a new folder, and then tell your agent to work on
Mm-hmm.
that project in that directory.
Mm-hmm.
Over some time, they're gonna say like, why can't I just stay in one terminal? Well, or not one terminal, one folder
Mm-hmm.
that has access to all my projects at
Mm.
once, right? And that's what we call a monorepo, where everything is in one. Let me share my screen actually to actually show what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
because that's also
that is
helpful.
interesting because that is something that I did try to set up. I set it up with Hermes, um,
Hmm.
and telling it to, pull everything from my GitHub, and create this sort of mono repo, that's managed by my Hermes agent. And it was really good for pulling new code or previously built code into new projects. So that is
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. Um, let's see. Yeah, I talk about it a few times. Um, like you can see my screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just let me see the monitor, but let me bring you back up on my thing too and fix you on my Discord. There it is. There it is. All right. So pretty much ideally, how I set it up for my projects is you could do the same. You have one mono repo, a root repo where you
Mm-hmm.
work in, and it'll have several projects within that. And the reason why I set it up this way, and it's very common in the software engineering industry to use a monorepo to manage one repo, and you'll have all projects. And that way, you could just have your agent start in this monorepo, and then you could just do one prompt that will understand the context of each project. And so you could just have one prompt to talk within this monorepo instead of going and CDing, changing the directory, or loading up a
Mm-hmm.
new section per project.
Okay.
Um, it makes things a lot more organized, a lot makes your agents being able to work more efficiently because it makes you work faster for one,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you don't have to keep managing all these different directories on your computer. And you can get your Claude to create a monorepo based on specific projects and create like a whole large project all in one go. I do not recommend using sub modules though.
Mm-hmm.
Git sub modules. It'll try to do that. What that means is it will try to git clone your repos. Um, no, to git sub modules. It'll try to git clone your project into this monorepo,
Mm-hmm.
which that's fine, but it will try to manage like individual git state per project, and that sort of confuses the model as well.
Mm.
Um, you have one of the doc specs notes, one of them for the code base. Yeah. So when you set this up, there's going to be a Claude MD in this monorepo,
Mm-hmm.
and it will contain like all the structure, or yeah, it'll also be like structure.md could be part of the files too.
Mm-hmm.
The model will approach this in different ways,
Mm-hmm.
but it will know what I mean. Um, that you know, it'll be able to know what project is where and what it does. Because since each project will also have its own Cloud MD
Mm-hmm.
to tell what it does, because the agent will CD into this directory and it will load this Cloud MD and it will understand the context of this project.
Okay.
The
Okay.
main thing is creating like one to create this one prompt to do everything. Um, I usually create this thing called a skill, and so I could just do like slash mono, do whatever I want, and it will, understand the context of what I mean, go to that project and work on that project for a
Okay.
feature.
Okay. One thing that I was thinking about when I was building what I thought was called like the second brain, built-in Hermes agent, was going to be the biggest thing was how would I get the mono repo to be, self-maintaining. I think that was one of the big
Hmm.
issues. It's like I didn't want to, every time I worked on something new that, I had to update it. my like manually or myself. What do you think that like when do you start building a monorepo and when is it useful?
You want to build a monorepo if you want to build, like, for me, everything is under the Sigma Shake umbrella
Mm-hmm.
for sigmashake.com. So if I have like several services for like authentication, for storing files, or creating a podcast, or creating a hub of stuff
Mm-hmm.
on different subdirectories. Like I
Mm-hmm.
have accounts.sigmashake.com for logging in. I have analytics for sigmashake.com for getting analytics of my website,
Mm-hmm.
and several other services behind this sigmashake.com domain is one that I would do. So if it was like a per website basis, I would use a model repo. If it was for just specific tools like CLI tools,
Mm-hmm.
really small hacky tools that you want to distribute to other places, I could see you creating just sticking with a single project per repo, and you don't want to pollute the mono repo with those particular tools. But I do it anyway. I have
Mm-hmm.
several tools that I make and still put in my mono repo because it just
Mm-hmm.
makes things simpler, and I don't have to think because I just do slash mono, update this project to do XYZ or have this feature, right?
Okay.
And it makes things very consistent because as soon as I move out into another something that's not inside the monorepo, I have to really think about creating new skills, creating new Cloud MDs, creating new specialized agents, all sorts of things that will be a headache because once you start like managing two different repositories. So the monorepo is so I don't have to think. I don't have to think of main like all of that per project. It's just one giant project. And then when you said like how do you update and maintain the code? Well, you could once you're after every, session is completed, you want to tell it to create, a commit,
Mm-hmm.
a pull request, and merge that straight to main for the changes. So it's not like too crazy of a change.
Okay.
Um, but this is at least my approach to it. I know it could be like a little overwhelming because you're like, but I think it's less overwhelming because you have one giant project with everything in it instead of multiple
Okay.
individual projects.
Okay. So one
And
thing that I do without a monorepo is I tell the Claude agent like when I I'm trying to build out a functionality. I'm like, hey, can you check out this other project? Right. I think I built something similar. Can you pull that information directly into this project? Um,
yeah,
is that
hmm
kind of like what this is? But
yeah,
you know,
you could tell it to make a scaffold, or they call it scaffolding or
mm-hmm,
templating. Um, let's it doesn't need a line actually. Scaffold template.
mm-hmm,
And if it uses the same exact technology, it could be the base for all these projects, right?
mm-hmm.
Or you could just say in the monorepo, you say, I want this project, I want this feature, I want you to bring it into this project type of thing, right? And it's all within this monorepo, so it makes it really easy to find stuff. The model to find stuff,
Mm,
your AI agent to find stuff, instead of having to go to a completely like separate directory on a different, um, like if everything was flat and there's no monorepo, yeah, you're gonna have to tell it to go change the directory to find this particular project on this directory in this path,
interesting.
depending on where your directory is, right?
Okay. Okay.
So it's like more organized and clean, if anything.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. And
Yeah, I ran into that too.
okay. Okay. Very interesting. So when do you start building a monorepo and like at what point? Like would it be
You build
worth
it
it?
immediately, it's worth not rewriting, like refactoring everything to work. If you have, like, let's say you have josh.com
Mm-hmm.
and you have all these separate projects, you could just say, I want to create a mono repo that combines all these projects. Here are the paths. And I want to maintain a mono repo of all this so I don't have to maintain individual projects each time. And it will do that. I usually recommend starting immediately, or for any new project, you start immediately. That way, you could always stay in your same code base instead of individual ones. Um, it will take a while. The models get better at
Mm-hmm.
doing this. That's why I really recommend. I haven't talked about it much, but test is also another one of the big features that I have for making sure everything is working properly when you do the migration.
Okay.
Um, because when you move a project into another directory, you could encounter your app not working because it has hard-coded file paths to things, and so that might change with the monorepo.
Interesting.
Does that make
Very
sense?
interesting.
So, because
Yeah.
like, yeah, let's say your project or app is looking for a hard-coded file to like home slash Josh slash download slash file dot png,
Mm-hmm.
and then it changes to like a completely different directory, and you run the app again, it'll say, I cannot find that file, it doesn't exist, type of thing.
Okay.
But the model will migrate, and you just gotta tell it to like, make sure you test, make sure it still works when you migrate to a monorepo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not gonna do this live now. It's just education to the people listening in
Mm-hmm.
because they're learning about the reasons for how to be more efficient, how to create their project, um, like as well. Um, so that takes care of like the monorepo for starting a project
Mm-hmm.
and organizing it. What was the original question? Do you remember?
Yeah, the or like why we have a monorepo. I think that was
Oh,
or like
yes.
when to start the monorepo.
Hmm. Yeah. It's
Okay.
usually almost immediately because when I was speaking to the model, um, it said like you could have, instead of managing like I had 30 services, 30 separate GitHub repos and all related to the same project. It said instead of maintaining 30 GitHub projects, you could have just put this all into one mono repo instead of being dumb like what you're doing right now. So
Interesting.
yes, that's what changed my mindset to a mono repo is the model told me what I was doing was wrong. And so I listened. And it made it, 30 times easier to maintain.
Okay. I think one thing for me is like I since like the technology that I'm building is not um, I feel like I have almost like I have one Git project for one service and it's not really linked to anything else. Like right, I have my I have Bobby, right? I have the AI, the video editor, um,
Hmm.
and basically all the code just lives in that one GitHub, um,
Hmm.
and right all the
That's one tool. That's one tool out of many. But let's say like, you have another service that orchestrates the tool, right? So now you have two separate projects, right? So you have the tool that generates the images
mhm,
or
that
controls the agent,
edits a video.
edits, and then you have another tool that orchestrates Bobby, and
Hmm.
then you have another tool that publishes or something,
Yeah,
right? They're
it's
all separate, but they all relate to the YouTube channel, maintain the YouTube
mm,
channel
yeah. I guess it's
type of
interesting because
thing.
that's kind of where I put humans in, because like I just have
Hmm.
a tool that humans use and the humans kind of orchestrate it, and I don't
Hmm.
find that there's too many projects outside of that singular
Hmm.
project.
Hmm.
And yeah, so that's interesting. That is interesting to think about. I'm not sure how I would implement this
Hmm.
because my main project that I work all my time on is just siloed to that main. Um,
Yeah, and,
but
and that's fine
mhm.
too. But that project could also be a monorepo in itself,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
it kind
Like
of feels like
your
that.
yeah, like your Bobby is the monorepo, right? And then Bobby has all these other subdirectories with all these different tools in them to
Hmm.
orchestrate Bobby.
Yeah,
So
that's
that Bobby is the monorepo. You're already doing it.
okay. Okay. Oh, so I kind of already am doing it. I just built it by by accident almost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
Right.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
within Bobby, there's probably several other tools within it, Bobby, right?
Yeah, and I put those all in the same
Yeah.
project, but um,
Mm-hmm.
we
Which is the monorepo.
yeah, which is the
That's
monorepo.
the monorepo.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So I
Yep.
kind of already have this. Like,
Yes, yes.
oh,
It's just a matter of, every, tool within Bobby should probably have its own Claude MD to orchestrate like what exactly is in that project. And then another thing too is when you work using like Claude code with workflows, which
mm-hmm.
is like using Claude with Ultra code on, it will spawn several agents,
Mm,
but you want to use it spawns general purpose agents, but not specialized agents.
okay,
Um,
okay.
let's see if I could find. Let me see if I could find the matching term. Oops, general.
Okay, because I have, I guess another questions that I had is like, so I have, right, so I love building things with AI, but I'm not really
Mm-hmm.
finding a way to incorporate the AI into the software because
Ah. Mm-hmm.
my AI my software is basically just a lot of like hyperframes usage,
Oh
making
yes.
making using JSON or yeah, or using HTML. I think was what it does to
Mm-hmm.
make images and animations. But I don't know how I build products with AI at the core because I have a lot of software built, but not a lot of like AI orchestration built.
Yeah, and that's where I talk about AI native. Um, AI native is the opportunity for all software that's being created that I talk about. Like most software is not AI native. And
Mm-hmm.
what does that mean? You could vibe code your own, but some say it's just that it's the one that we're used to is the chat box, right? Answers your questions, automates a process, and it's hooked up to a model similar to what you did for your video, the AI or not
Mm-hmm.
game, where it uses the fusion and it's used to generate video, edit video, generate images. Right, you're on that portion. So that's one portion of incorporating AI, which you already do know that technique.
Oh yeah, that's true. I do have
Um,
AI built into that one.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. So you're already doing it, man. And then there's also the documentation. You could automate keeping up to date to get the latest APIs and prevent bugs and security issues, which I think Codex sort of solves as well. Um, there's the CLI tools to interact with other APIs. Um, there's this issue that I pointed out that MCP uses too much tokens because every time you use an enabled MCP server, your model like consumes all the enabled tools for that MCP as
Mm-hmm.
context, and it happens every turn, and so it uses up potentially too much tokens.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we cater towards using CLI to
Mm-hmm.
integrate with things. But yeah, like integrating to AI would probably be like the cost-based model, token usage-based model is what you're sort of interested in, right? You
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
use some tokens to generate some audio,
Mm-hmm.
video, images to alter
Mm-hmm.
something. That's where we're at right now, for implementing AI and whatnot. I think you even spoke to that guy in the marketing, the $10 million guy,
Mm-hmm.
that he had his own agent that was using the fusion to um, what do you call it? Uh, um, yeah, like using the fusion to show like an agent that you could talk to.
Oh yes, yes, yes. Yes, he was doing that. Okay, okay. What I think that where I see AI working into, um, of course, I guess I did work AI into like, understanding, or sorry, like text to speech. So I do have that
Hmm.
AI, I guess, built into the system. But what I was wondering, it's like how what what I don't really see in this and how I would make Bobby more AI native is where
Hmm.
it like learns and like um,
Uh,
what's the word like does a
Cursive self-improvement.
yeah, does a QC on like you know every new video that we make. Like I don't know
Oh, what's QC mean?
quality
Quality
control.
control?
Yeah.
Got it. So yeah, like that's another thing too that AI is used for is automating processes. So that's when skills is a repetitive process, right? If you know how to do it, a skill is like a run book.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you know exactly what you need to do every single time
Mm-hmm.
and you write that as a skill, you're aware of skills, right? Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
this isn't anything new, right?
No. No. No.
Like like if you know exactly what you're gonna do and repeat on, you could have it do every single one of those steps over and over again in a loop or on a schedule,
Mm.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I
Um,
do. I do have something like that now that I think about it. So maybe I am giving myself less credit, but um,
yeah, you are.
because it does, I do have an AI that like understands like one thing that I learned was, the reporting and the um, what's the word like um, the logs that are exported by my software is very important and can be used to analyze like issues and quality controls and quality checks within the system. Um,
Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
okay.
you're there. You're there. You just need to know every single aspects of how to. You can't just say with one prompt, you know, do quality control,
Yeah.
right? You need to tell it exactly the context. Like, where's the context?
Mm-hmm.
Where is the context to improve results?
Mm-hmm.
And then testing. Testing is huge, right? Testing, right? You could test stuff several times locally. Um, and then there's also the A/B testing too, man. Like there's so much about YouTube or A/B testing. There's so much of YouTube that, like, if we're gonna put this all in the context of YouTube, um, where do you get your context to improve results? You know, there's like, where's the dead air, right? Is there dead air?
Mm-hmm.
Is there dead air? Like, I don't know, contrast, this checking the subtitles,
Mm-hmm.
captions, right? Alt review. I spelled that wrong. Like all sorts of stuff go in the video. I'm not sure if it could get the intent of being exciting or something like that
Mm-hmm.
in the video, but it could also like analyze sound levels. I mean, you know
Yeah.
more than I do
Yeah, one
of where to
thing
get this
that that
context.
that I use, yeah, no, I definitely, especially for my videos, is like the accuracy of the tutorial is something that we measure using AI. Understanding where if the click data that is measured on screen is correlating to the voiceover and the scripts. So that's something that we do and check for to make sure that people are getting live or my team is getting live feedback as they're making the videos. So that's something that we do as well.
Nice. Yeah, so you gotta give yourself credit. You're already doing a lot of stuff. It's just a matter of like what you want to automate and make sure you write it down to make it a repetitive process that could work for you. Um, like I feel like being a one person team, there's like a lot of things I need to do. It's just I don't have enough tokens and compute. I
Mm.
don't have enough tokens and compute to keep my life running 24/7. I need to make more money, guys. I need to make more money. I need more people to watch my YouTube and donate on Twitch, man. But yeah, like if I get that, I will be popping off for sure. But yeah, like a lot of the things that anybody could do, that's why everybody's scared for their life about jobs, right? Because
Hmm.
as soon as their life and workflow is converted into a skill slash run book, it's it's like you could this scales horizontally. You could spawn specialized agents. That's another thing too. Specialized agents, all right? Specialized agents could be put in every category, every vertical, all right? Every vertical, everything, everything, guys. It's just gonna it could you could spawn thousands. I was just watching a video with Boris talking about stuff about like doing a job that's been running for like a week
Hmm.
nonstop using Opus 5, and it's insane, man. It's like you could have specialized agents for every single vertical, for every single category, and you could it could pop off and create something with high quality and high standards, right? You don't can't really do this with humans anymore.
Yeah, I mean, before those specialized agents, you just change that with one human that does one job.
Hmm.
Um, okay.
Or you could have multiple specialized, right? There could be multiple that work on the same thing. There's also like adversarial reviews too. Adversarial reviews will review like the model's results on
Hmm.
all this stuff to make sure it's like another form of testing, but looking at the results of what the model did to begin with. Um, is another common phrase that everybody does. Like that's why people combined their Claude code with their Codex subscription
Hmm.
to like verify that it's actually producing good output and good results.
You don't
And
think
that
that
also scares.
one model can do an adversary review on itself, or no?
There's been I think some studies that has like just this alone improves because the model is biased. The model is biased of doing it one way and not the
Hmm.
other, but they could have conversations with one another of like, is one wrong or is one right type of thing. There's those situations.
Okay. Okay. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Um,
Oh,
so,
and
mhm.
oh, go ahead. I
No,
was
no,
gonna
no.
say we're coming up on time for like the 2 hours.
Okay.
So it's was it 3 hours? We started at 12, right? 12 to 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
hours.
Okay.
So we could keep on going, but I think we could just take a break if for like to go offline and come back online later. You like,
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
but
Absolutely.
what's your take? Um,
On what?
on your plans.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think. Yeah. I think that would be smart to to take a little break.
Okay, yeah, because I'll I'm trying to get something done offline, um, and I will be back as well.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. And guys, we're gonna do another segment later tonight on the. I think we might have a guest. I think we're talking to Nick. Maybe. I think Nick reached
No,
out to me.
depend. Yeah, Nick's
Oh.
gonna reach out. Okay, it depends. I
Hmm.
don't know. Yeah, if he reaches out to you, great. But he's still at work right now. He has to do his stream, and then he will come on later. But could you prep for the stuff for later today,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
right?
Yeah. 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 We can definitely prep. Um, yeah. Definitely have to think about the presentation. I had way more, but it was so dry. We'll
So
definitely think
dry.
about that.
Okay, yeah, no problem,
Uh
no
huh.
problem. Like I think, well, you know what? That could be used for the collab segment because Oh wait, you said it's dry, right? But would it be too advanced for them, or it's talking about SEO, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think I went way too complex with it.
Okay,
Um,
no worries.
let's see here.
So what I had for the just to give a quick preview for the collab segments,
Uh-huh.
and for the folks that are still here. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here. Um, let's see. Nick's still here. I have a bunch of other people here that I can't really see on my screen. Um, we gotta figure out the link to socials. I have credits to use, but
Mm-hmm.
ideally, when we're in each other's streams, we need to be able to, say, hey, this is where, Sigma is, this is where Nick is, this is their YouTube, this is Josh's YouTube, etc.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Make it easy. Uh, the warm up oh, we had like a thing of like what people are working on type of thing. The warm up, and then the fun game. Do we have that new game set up yet? Do you want to
Yes.
quickly
I
like let a job and make sure that all the bugs are ironed out for that one
Yeah, yeah,
when
yeah. I
when we go
tested it
offline?
out. We tested it out this
Okay.
morning and it worked.
Oh, perfect. It worked. Nice. I'm
Uh-huh.
excited.
Yeah, we tested it this morning
Excited.
right before we met with Jillian. So that was pretty good.
Perfect. Sounds good. I think on the collab segment, we're here to just answer their questions. And then like we're here to ask their questions. So it's like a Q&A between like them all. Is that is
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah. I think that's what I was envisioning as well. Um, yeah, like a little fun game segment. Answering their questions, and letting
like
them introduce
very
themselves. Yeah, I think that was.
very similar to what we did with Productive Dude that one night that we
Mm-hmm.
stayed up for hours for. Um, yeah, just keeping the vibes good, talking about all sorts of things.
Okay.
Um, but we need to
Yeah.
make it easy. Most importantly, easy. So
Yes.
I think
Yes.
you got to tell them what they're up for. I think I can't find. I gotta find it where I put that thing. Oh, I think it's here. Maybe easy now. Yeah, we just gotta make it easy. Easy. It's somewhere here. Oh, I think yeah, it's somewhere here. The vetting process. No. Media kit. No. Yeah, we gotta just make it easy.
Yeah. 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 Okay. I'm gonna connect
So letting
with.
them know what.
Uh huh.
I'll let them know how long it's gonna take for the segment, and they're free to dip in and dip out at any time. So just make it flexible. If they're ready and they want to chime in, we bring it in. If they're not ready, they don't have to come.
Okay. Yeah. I was. Yeah. So I talked to Nick, and he said, yeah, I would love to um, take a little bit of time to play and chat. He's gonna DM both of us. Um,
I'll leave it to you actually.
okay. Yeah. 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 I got that.
Thank you. So I'll
Okay.
leave it to you. I don't I have a deal with some stuff, and yeah, I'll be back on.
Okay.
Good job. Good job today. Let's celebrate, guys.
Yes.
We
Yes.
celebrate
Yes.
our first our first ever, collabing. We're not collabing. Second day actually. Second day.
Yeah. Second day.
Second day of doing this segment thing.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it's just more to come, right?
Yep.
And
Yep.
I
Yep.
gotta say, just some like quick, feedback on the
Yeah.
review. I think I spent a lot of time on the research. I need to make that faster, or we make
Hmm.
that dynamic.
Yeah. I think
Um,
dynamic. I think. Yeah. Is. Yeah. Yeah. Anything else?
because I don't want to put like I want to spend all night on something and then we don't use like part of the material type of thing. But
Yeah.
we did use like 90% of all the material. And then I would say like 60% of the material came last minute, like literally an hour before, 2 hours before, 1 hour before podcast.
That's
So
crazy.
it's like, so it's good to have that buffer time
Yeah.
because more and
Okay.
more things are popping up
Yep. 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 Yep.
on on during the day, and by 11 o'clock, there's already like a ton of news that like
Yeah, just from
that
that
we could
day.
just go over.
Mm,
Just for the current day. Yeah, the
okay.
current day, like we had people just like saying, "Have you talked about this? Have you talked about that?" And we just like, bring it in.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put a slide on it. Um, that too.
Yeah, I think it's good if
Uh,
there's like a little bit of buffer when we like talk to our chats and then try to get some info on those days' news. I think that's good.
mm.
Okay.
Yeah, you could have your version of your news, and then I could have my version of my news, type of thing, and bring
Yeah.
them together.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Mainly
Yep.
like we want this to be like food for the ears, when people are they're just so busy with their lives, and so we just want to make it a tad bit easier by consolidating all the information, um, for the day. Because like, I it's hard to keep up with all this stuff, guys. Gotta be honest.
Yeah. 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 It is. It is crazy, crazy stuff. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna rethink my segments because I don't like the presentation. It's so dry. Um,
Sure.
but it's
I guess it's better for the back and forth. Like I had a ton of content
yeah,
for
yeah.
the marketing stuff of my experience of how I did things.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm talking from a perspective of a vibe coder, right?
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you talk from the perspective of a vibe coder, you could talk about the encountering of all the issues of marketing as you're struggling and doing it on your own.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that portion is pretty valuable on its own, right?
Yeah, yeah. And I think
It's like,
mine was
yeah.
so like just on me, and um, yeah, there wasn't enough back and forth, which is fine.
Yeah.
For
Your
now.
segment went really fast because
Yeah, it was like
of the presentation. It
yeah.
was like
So
done in like 6 minutes.
it's crazy because I worked so hard on that, but it's all good. It's all good. We're definitely gonna learn, live and learn. Um, let's
But
see.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's what else? Oh, I gotta eat beforehand. Hey guys, if you're chiming in for the stream tonight, make sure you eat.
Yeah. Make sure you eat.
Yeah, make sure you eat, guys. There's that.
Um,
No, I could keep streaming. I'm just waiting for people to tell me what to do and stuff. But um, all right. What else do we need? Some self-reflection while the ideas are fresh.
hmm yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of talked about what I think I'm gonna do better. Caleb says, "What are you guys up to?" We're just chatting. We're just chatting. We just finished up our second podcast, so that's pretty good. Um, let's see. Self-reflection. Yeah, I think mine needs to be more think about you. I kind of wanted yeah, my thought process was that I was gonna um, teach you, but I think I need to interact with you instead. I think that's a better angle. Um,
hmm Yeah, no, it has to be like you're teaching me something in the back and forth.
yeah, in a back and
Like
forth
I
way.
teach you something, I teach you something, you teach me something. That's what the learning segment is.
Yeah. No, that's definitely, um, definitely, I think something that I can learn from.
We need a schedule for the time. We need a time. We need to make it easy. So we need to send them over a time. I'm thinking like five or not five. So let's see. Let me just like theorize this thing in my head. Nick is gonna get to work at around like in like 2 hours, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then when he gets home, he'll go with a live stream, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do his thing for, who knows how long, for an hour or two. So that'll be
Mm-hmm.
like 5 or 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess 7 p.m. potentially, 7 p.m. to 9, because that's when you need to go to sleep, right? Or 6 p.m. to 9,
Mm-hmm.
around that time.
I think yeah,
That
6 to 9 probably makes the most sense. I mean, I only got a tentative yes from Nick. Well, I mean, it seems like he said yes, But
I know there's like I said, this is like dynamic. So
yeah,
this
it's
is the
super
that's the
dynamic.
period
Yeah, that's the
that
period.
that anybody that live streams could join
Mm-hmm.
in,
Yep. 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 Yep.
right?
Yep. 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 So
They
I'll
can
make sure
introduce
that
themselves.
he
It's
gets
we're not
invited.
locking things down in stone. That's just the time
Mm-hmm.
people could chime in
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and do stuff.
Yeah, because he said, yeah, he wants to play a game and definitely chat a little bit. So we'll definitely do that. Um, hmm. um, let's see here. Okay. And then I'll think about this segment that I'm going to run tomorrow. Um, yeah, I'll probably do that offline, just so I can think, um, and then I'll do my research on like news and stuff. Okay. Let's see here. We got some boys in here though for sure. There was a good amount of people in here, but yeah, we're always going to be striving to make it better. Okay. I wonder if anyone in the chat here was anyone watching Tommy's live stream? I'm interested to see what the results were for the Vibathon. If anyone knows.
What do you call it? Productive dude. Said he was down to come in on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the podcast. He
Okay.
said it specifically in terms of the time.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the 11 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
to
Okay, so right at the
11 a.m.
beginning. Okay.
to 1 p.m.
Okay, that'll be
Yeah,
interesting
11 a.m.
tomorrow.
to 1 p.m.
They give us a little time
Yeah.
to think on like we can do the.
Yeah, it says right here 11 a.m. PST, and we do it for 2 hours.
Okay. Okay. No, that'd be interesting. We can just move the guest segment up. Sounds like a plan.
No, he wants to be part of the whole
Oh, this thing.
like pot this
Oh,
thing that we
okay.
just
Okay.
did.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, does he want to do tomorrow?
Tuesday, what day is it tomorrow? Yeah, it's Thursday. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
could
Thursday
you could do
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Okay. Oh, dang. That'd be crazy. We can get him. Do you know if he wants to run a segment or we should just include him in ours?
We should tell him to come up with his own news as well if he
Mm-hmm.
that he's interested in.
Okay.
Otherwise, we make it very flexible because the stuff that I bring is what everybody could talk about. It's your perspective, my perspective,
Mm-hmm.
his perspective. All in that 2 hours of just news.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So we'll be back in like 4 hours then.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll
Mm-hmm.
be like on and off and doing stuff, but I might come early or might not.
Okay.
Just giving everyone a heads up of like we just did something like we're gonna need editors for the audio type of thing, maybe just
What
to
do you mean?
come publish this
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
because
Definitely.
we need to figure out distribution now, and I just need the file to
Yeah.
to publish.
Like the
To
VOD.
publish.
The VOD.
Not we convert the VOD into an MP3.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay.
The VOD I'm not too crazy about.
Okay.
I mean, I could just get my version and then you can have your version. I just publish mine and stuff, and I'll figure it out. I have tokens now. I have tokens. I could do stuff.
That's crazy. Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Mhm.
what else? Other reflections that we had. Uh, let's see. The delay. Yeah, we gotta consider that there'll be delays. Like, let's say like I have to do something and I have to step out away.
Mhm. Mhm.
Will we be able to handle the episode without somebody? It'd be great if it's like 3 people all the time, and so when one person like isn't able to make it, we still have two.
Mhm. Mhm.
There's that scenario. Um,
I mean, that'd be
Yeah,
sweet if he can just be like a part, like Carter can just be a rotating member. That'd be super sweet.
yeah,
Um,
we could have all sorts of people doing rotate
yeah, that's true.
members.
That's true. I know. Hunter said that yeah, he's willing to jump in on Mondays. He said he likes that.
Mondays, nice. Mondays,
Yeah.
sweet.
So I'll definitely let him know. Um,
Yeah, yeah, I'm not. So I guess that's one least worry of somebody not able to make it. Right, it's just the material of like. I'm sure chat could also give us stuff to look at too, because we're just limited to 2 hours. Because like all that material that I came up with, that was like I don't know how long it took up to come up with that.
yeah. Oh, sorry. Sounds like my brother. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
I think we have shabu shabu. So, yeah, we have stuff. Okay. Yes, 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 dude. It's so interesting. The viewership was better after the podcast ended, but
Oh yeah, after
in this
podcast better. So
in
that
this little
no, I
segment.
think it no, it's because lunchtime and then after lunchtime, who knows what's happening? It's different. Also, people end their streams, right? I told you that there are other people running their streams,
Hmm.
and it's all a matter of timing, right? A lot of people get the best spot, right? The best spot is literally like in the mornings.
Hmm.
The mornings all the way to 2 p.m. Yeah, all the way in the mornings from 2 p.m. How's the viewership like right now? I didn't
Yeah,
check.
yeah. It's a little better now. It's kind of sad, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, you could always
Jimmy
tell them to
Slim
come
says,
in.
"Show us inside your
I mean,
fridge."
as
Nebby.
I'm waiting for things to go on,
Hmm.
um, what what should we do now? What should we do now? Let me see.
Um, I'm definitely gonna look at.
Viewership good now. You're at 4. What are you talking about?
It's at 4.
Or is my metrics wrong?
Wait, why is that? Oh, oh, it just went down. Oh no. Uh-oh.
What are you talking about?
Wait, it was
No,
up.
everybody else is streaming. Everybody's streaming at the same time. You gotta think about that. There's other people that
Mm-hmm.
are coming in all the time,
Mm-hmm.
doing all sorts of stuff. But it's all about timing. People go offline, people go online, people go to Tommy's stream, people go to Bridge Mines, people go to
Mm-hmm.
other people's streams, right? It's all a matter of timing, but we just have to be consistent on the timing
Yep. 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 Yep.
and
Yep.
duration, right? There's a lot of stuff that goes on. I think the more exciting stuff that people tune in for is the news, just dialogue and just answering people's questions. So people having like a QA and stuff.
Yeah, and like, dude, during our other sesh, like right after, like our morning one, during the like chess and geoguessr, I
Hmm.
was like averaging like 13, so that was maybe even like the warm up. Like if we have like a little
Hmm.
mini warm up, like a fun game, we do the dailies or something, right before
Yeah,
we start. I think that would work as well. Kind of get the momentum
sounds are
flowing.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, the main thing is we just have to be available, all the time through the day, through the waking hours. And then everybody
Mm-hmm.
likes looking at my content after I go off stream because they're like, "Oh, Sigma made a video on how to vibe code.
Mm-hmm.
Should probably look at that type of thing." And yeah, there's that. Uh, what else? Oh, really need to figure out how to organize my screen during sessions and stuff. Like, for example, like when I'm presenting, I had to like quickly like hand off the dialogue to you
Uh
and
huh.
then like adjust my OBS to show
You.
you on
And then
my
like
on
adjust
my
my OBS to.
OBS
Mm-hmm.
while I was doing my presentation and stuff
Okay.
to show us both. Yeah, that's another thing like production, being able to transition and switch scenes and stuff is also a big big one. Um, that won't make it to the. Yeah, that's just how it is. But yeah, there's like when we started, there was like 20 people popping in.
Into yours?
At least on my. Yeah, for like Twitch though, for Twitch, not YouTube. I don't really get much from Twitch, other than from Joe and the other team and Carter and other boys that support me.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, but those people don't get much ads, and I don't make much from ads. But I need them to like transition to YouTube. I could check my stats for YouTube. I'm not sure if it went big at all either.
Yeah, I think the reason, yeah, what was kind of bad because yeah, I had such a good stream today with good viewership. I think I need to carry that
Hmm.
momentum into this segment and end my stream after this segment. Um, yeah, there was just some major issues with my computer. My computer was dying. Um,
Yeah. Yeah,
because
I
my
didn't. I only had like a few people on my analytics for my stream. It's like I think when we started the podcast at 1, I got nobody watching.
oh
Everybody was on Twitch. Oh, everybody was on Twitch instead. It's like before we even had the segment, I don't think anybody was watching my segment except
oh
like one or two people.
interesting on
How was your
YouTube.
segment? Yeah, on YouTube.
Yeah, dude, that's kind of that's when it went bad. I was just watching people run away, unfortunately. Yeah, so
Oh,
I
okay. We could
yeah.
we could consider something else then.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna rethink it. I gotta rethink it.
It also doesn't help that there's like a bajillion other people that are live too.
That is true. But the thing is, like, dude, this morning was like the best. No, or like one of the highest that I had. I should have
Okay.
just kept the momentum, but it's all good. It's all good. You live and you learn.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Next day.
next day. It's only day. Not try number two. Try it again.
Yep, yep. Yeah, it's all about the content and what people are looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I think I guess opening it up to chat too for certain things, that's another thing too that we risk is like when people chime in, they don't really chime in that often during the segments.
Yeah, the segments. Yeah, they're kind of just listening.
Yeah, listening. That's fine too.
Yeah, that's fine too. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Well, it was a good data gathering experiment. Oh wait, hold on, I'm getting a call.
If
One sec.
January's. Oops. Putting this on the side.
Hello.
See how many views I have today. The past 7 days.
Oh no, are you serious?
Day. Uh, viewers.
Oh
Right, this is the
no.
average. I'm gonna have to, in order to get my metrics for today, I have to turn off stream and then come back again. I get a report for it. Report. But yeah, when all the main people are streaming, they move on to they go to the other streams. Man, let's see here.
Okay, wait,
Yeah.
hold on. I'll be down there. Okay, I gotta jump.
Yep, yep. Take care, man. Have a good one.
Oh no, dude.